I guess it's time for this week's Here's How. And this week, here's how to become a local celebrity. Walk around wearing t-shirts with candid photos of your closest and nearest neighbours. Tell everyone that you saved a child from getting hit by a bus. Obviously pay a child with a chippy tea or something like that to fucking make them tell people that they nearly got hit by a bus. You may need to win over a bus driver too, because maybe they'd also like a moment in the spotlight. You could have a little team going, you know. Speaking of which though, why not just be a fucking bus driver, mate, and take on fucking loads of overtime, all the overtime they can throw at you. It's a numbers game at this point, so if you're driving a bus along a really busy route regularly enough, someone's bound to have a heart attack on your journey, and you could save their life. It may be an idea to drive erratically as well when you know you can get away with it, and when you've got some older customers and passengers on there. Because, you know, that's going to get the blood pumping around in the pensioner's body and, you know, might bring it on, you never know. Invent a new local food and claim it's taken all the locals by storm. I don't know what you could do. I mean, I'm not a chef, but it could be something simple, like I quite enjoy a doner kebab sandwich. Doner meat with a bit of white bread in a butty, you know, smothered in garlic sauce, hot sauce, a bit of melted cheese. Just tell everyone that it's eaten by everyone from your van, and people will believe you. There you go, fucking known for fucking kabamos, kabams. You sell kabams. I mean, if you just want to be known though, you could walk around with a strut. Like, people will notice, innit? They'll know that you're a certain man about town. You don't even need to have a weird haircut or fancy clothes, because if you get to walk down, people are going to take notice of you, innit? Make regular complaints to the local newspaper about how something has offended you. For example, you could claim that you don't like the speed bumps name of them because you used to be a drug addict, and every time you drive over one, it reminds you of simultaneously better and worse times. Spray paint your own windows, your front windows, with phrases like, a racist lives here, bigot, or, you know, pedo. Everyone will start to pay attention to you then. Just don't let anyone know, though, that it was you that did it to your own house, because then everyone will just think you're a weirdo, innit? That's not what you want. Get yourself a street trading licence and then start selling weird shit in the street. Opened multi-packs of crisps, underwear, second-hand clothes, bags of gravel, anything that you wouldn't normally think about buying in a city centre. Just make sure you sell it at a bit of a premium as well, because you know you don't want to keep buying stock in it. You want to be in people's eyes. You want them to know you're there. Plus, this will get people talking, and it will hopefully get you the popularity that you deserve. Host a regular event. I mean, you know, it doesn't have to be anything big or world-changing. It can be impactful, you know, if you want it to be. But, I mean, for example, if you was to host the annual fundraising day in the park for some local autism charity, people might pay attention. But I guarantee, mate, if you're the guy that stands outside Morrison's every single fucking day at 3:30 in the afternoon, who recites the alphabet from A to Z at the top of his voice, every day, a lot more people will be aware of you. And that's all that really matters at the end of the day, innit? Make some intricate device that's concealed underneath prosthetics, you know, on your face, just like around your eye, with a tube that's linked to a reservoir in your trousers, and another that connects to the bit at the bottom of your fingernail. Then fill them reservoirs with a thick red liquid and release it from your eye and fingers at regular intervals whilst you're at the shops. Everyone in the shop will notice it, and you can meet some ambulance staff as well. You could even rate the shop's individual performance for their health and safety or accident handling. Compile all of that information into a book, self-publish it, possibly using the other Here's How from the other week, and then try and get on morning television and argue with some girl with fucking bright blue hair about how it's acceptable to do what you've done, all in order to promote your new book. And that's the end of this week's Here's How.